Here are the top 5 things you must know when driving in Korea as a foreign tourist. Highway tolls. In Korea, there are toll gates on highways. Typically, there are high-pass gates and cash gates. If you don't have a high-pass card and device, you'll need to make payments at cash gates. Regular credit cards are not accepted, so make sure to have a T-Money transportation card or cash ready for payment. Seat belts for all. Since 2018, wearing seat belts in all seats, including front and rear, has become mandatory on all Korean roads. If any passenger, including the driver or passengers in the front and rear seats, is not wearing a seat belt, the driver will be fined. Nominally, the fine is 30,000 won if a passenger under the age of 13 is not wearing a seat belt. The fine increases to 50,000 won. Temporary stop for right turns. There is a recent regulation regarding temporary stops for right turns. When pedestrians are crossing or attempting to cross a crosswalk, drivers must come to a complete stop. This means the wheels of the car must be stationary. If the vehicle moves even slightly, it will not be considered a stop, and you may be reported and fined. Please pay close attention to this rule. School zones and child protection zones. Areas around kindergartens and elementary schools are designated as child protection zones. In these zones, stopping and parking are prohibited, and the speed limit is reduced to 30 km per hour. Violations in child protection zones result in fines approximately twice as high as regular traffic violations. Keep in mind that unmanned surveillance cameras enforce these rules. 247, including on weekends. Speed cameras and speed limits on highways. Generally, highway speed cameras allow a tolerance of up to 10 km/h over the speed limit. However, exceeding this limit will result in increased fines based on the speed range. Conversely, there is also a minimum speed limit on highways, which is typically 50 km per hour. If you drive slower than this and disrupt traffic, you may be subject to fines. While speed cameras do not detect minimum speed violations, remember that you could be caught by undercover patrol cars. Safe travels on the Korean roads. If you have any other questions or concerns, please leave a comment.